Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive and it's time for us to take your queries on auto. Selector Sirish joins us from Pune. Hey Sirish, good to have you on the show. Our first question comes into us from Rohit. He writes into us from Kolkata. He says he wants to buy himself a 1000cc bike. Days of the 100cc are over. 1000cc superbike. He's confused between the 2009 Yamaha R1 and the Honda CBR Fireblade 1000RR. Kindly suggest the best of the two.
See, it depends on what kind of a rider are you. If you are new to superbikes, and these superbikes are extremely powerful, so you need to treat them with a lot of respect. So if you're new to superbikes, I would recommend the CBR because it's more user-friendly, it's got softer power delivery, it's more forgiving. So if you make a mistake, it's less likely that you'll fall off the CBR than on the R1. The R1 on the other hand is more thrilling. It gives you that rush that the CBR, it gives you, but not as much as the R1. But on the downside is if you make a mistake on the R1, it will bite back and it'll bite back hard. So that's a big factor. And if you're looking at even the service setup and the sales setup, see, the Yamaha has been around with the R1 for much longer than Honda with the CBR. So they've learned, they've probably made the mistakes and they've learned from the mistakes. So their setup is much better than Honda. And Honda, you can only get it in Delhi and Bombay right now. And even now the dealers and the showrooms aren't yet ready. So it is a problem getting the CBR. Another factor is that the R1 looks much nicer. You can get it in better colors. The CBR is available in duller colors, which I don't personally prefer. But then again, if you're new to superbikes, again, stick with the Fireblade.
And Rohit, remember, you can catch the road test of the Hayabusa and the Fireblade on YouTube and our website. The address is scrolling down on your screens. On to our next question, Sirish. This comes into us from Kolkata again. Sukant Banerjee writes in saying, in December 2006, he bought himself an Esteem VXi. He's now planning to buy the Honda Jazz next month. Can you please advise him on the resale value he should expect for the Esteem? It's done about 3,000 kilometers so far. And is the Jazz a really good option? He travels about 1,000 kilometers per day. So two questions, resale value for the Esteem and your take on the Jazz.
Depending on what condition your Esteem is in, you'll get between 2 to 2.5 lakhs. That depends again on the condition of your car. And see, I would personally recommend that you upgrade to a Jazz. I like the car quite a bit. It's got very versatile interiors, very spacious interiors, extremely good dynamics. It's got a 1.2 engine, but the 1.2 engine makes 90 horsepower, and Honda's 90 horsepower always feels like a lot. It's a quick car, it's a nice car to drive, it looks also nice. So in all respects, I would recommend the Jazz. It's expensive, no doubt, but it's worth that money if you ask me.
Well, Sukant, like Sirish says, the Jazz actually gives you the space and the features of a sedan in a hatchback. Our final question this week comes into us from Bhavish Kumar. He writes into us from Delhi. He wants to buy a used performance sedan. He's got the Skoda Octavia RS and a previous generation of Honda Accord V6 in mind. Which of these would you suggest, Sirish? Any other cars also that you would like to recommend? He's got a budget of between 6 to 8 lakh rupees.
See, the Accord V6 is a very quick car. It's got a lot of power, it's got good handling also. But then if you're interested in a proper performance sedan, nothing beats the Octavia RS. It looks like a proper performance sedan with the body kit and those low-profile tires, big wheels, the spoiler on the boot. And it's got a turbocharged petrol engine. So the feel that you get from the turbocharged engine, the kick that you get when the turbo kicks in, that's unmatched. It even handles better. It's a more involving car to drive. So in all respects, I personally prefer the Octavia RS. Plus, you'll save on fuel. It is a more fuel-efficient car than the Accord V6.
Well, Bhavesh, the Skoda Laura RS will be hitting Indian roads fairly shortly. In fact, we've got a treat in store for you because right after this commercial break, you'll actually see Bud in Czechoslovakia checking out the Laura RS. On that note, Sirish, many thanks for joining us on Overdrive.